Hi, I'm James, and the MVP debate is still ongoing, even though it's already declared who's the winner. There's still a lot of controversy, and it's one of the most close MVP debates that I've ever witnessed in all of my existence. Honestly, um, like Nikola Jokic versus Joel Embiid was really close. Giannis too, but when we're talking about MVP, Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic was or always clashing, always talked about. No disrespect to Giannis, but Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic was ahead of rebounds. He was ahead of assists. He was ahead of advanced stats. I can't mention it on the top of my head, but it was It was ahead of advanced stats. But in the case of Joel Embiid, he was um, a monster. He was literally unstoppable. No one can defend him. I think I think since Shaq, he has the most points average. He's the points leader. So I think he had 30.5 points average per game. It's insane. He's a center, but he was averaging something like that. Um, yeah, and in the case of Nikola Jokic, the Joker, he is the first ever player. He reached this season 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 assists. That is insane. That I think that made the case of Nikola Jokic. He's the first ever NBA player to ever achieve that kind of feature, that kind of remark, and he is one of the most prestigious rewards. The MVP back to back. Same with Giannis. Same with Michael Jordan. Um, I don't know. It's deciding on who's the MVP is such a hard case. There's a lot of aspects that the teammates, the team placement, the injuries, the situations that are ongoing. Um, in the middle of the season, Joel Embiid was tackling um, James Harden and Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons didn't want to play in Philadelphia, so there was a trade between them. And Nikola Jokic, nothing new. There was no Michael Porter Jr. There was no Jamal Murray. So he doesn't have a number two and number three. And for me, in my opinion, um, supporting cast of Nikola Jokic is much more worse than the supporting cast of Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, Maxi, Danny Green. What I think Jokic got a washed up DeMarcus Cousins, um, Bones Highland, Aaron Gordon that only dunks. He was he's not as strong as I expected him to be. There's a lot of aspect that plays the injuries, um, the the matchups, the games that they've played. But Nikola Jokic is just consistent. They're both monsters. It's just a hard thing to say. But I'm not mad if you chose Embiid over Jokic. I'm not mad at that. Like my guy is a literal god on the court. He was unstoppable. I don't know. It's such a hard thing to decide on. Like they both play a different kind of style. Like if you would compare Jordan to Kobe Bryant, you could make a serious case that Michael Jordan is better. And Kobe Bryant said it first that he copied Michael Jordan. But in the case of Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid has elite defense. But Nikola Jokic doesn't have as great as defense as Joel Embiid, but it's not bad. Um, and Joel Embiid has, as I literally said moments ago, he's unstoppable. But the offensive presence of Nikola Jokic, his passing, his assist, and don't mind the assist. He can post up, he can shoot mid range, he can pass, he can shoot the 3 points, he can lay up, he can rebound. Yeah, the first ever player to ever achieve 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 assists. I think that feature made the case of Nikola Jokic much stronger compared to Joel Embiid. But it's such a shame. Last year too, they were going on and on with Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, and this year, it's such an amazing feeling to. It's such an amazing thing to witness. International players, international big men, especially in the latter years and the recent years. It's always guards. It's always it was always guards. It was always forwards, small forwards. There was no big men. There was no 7 footers. There was no 6'11" players. But now, they were dominated by Giannis Antetokounmpo. But now it's dominated by Joel Embiid. Now it's dominated by Nikola Jokic. It's such an amazing thing to see um, in basketball. I think um, they're international players. I don't know. It's just a refreshing thing to see. We were always looking for um, American players. It's not that it's bad, but I just want to see more diversity in the NBA from France or all kind of players from different kinds of places that I've never heard before, like Luka Doncic. He is in Slovenia. Um, Giannis, he's in Greece. Yeah, I don't know. It's such a hard thing to say, but I'm in the case of Nikola Jokic. But if you picked Embiid, then I'm not mad. You could say Devin Booker. I'm not even mad either. They're the best record in the season. It's such a hard thing to say, but Nikola Jokic just solidified um, his MVP just because he has worse teammates. Um, he has no number two, number three, no Michael Porter Jr., no Jamal Murray, and he achieved the first ever 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 assists. That made him solidify the MVP. Yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.